Okay, today we're going to be graphing some equations that kind of are in this form right here. Now, that's the first problem, of course, that we're going to do. And then again, if you're like, I already know how to do this, well, then you got the rest of them. Okay. All right, so don't write this down. Okay, just watch this when I go back to the other sheet. You can do this now if you remember. Y equals negative 3x plus 6. Remember, you had your slope and your y-intercept. So the slope's negative 3. It needs to be a fraction, so I put a 1 under it, and the y-intercept then is 6. Okay, so I graph my y-intercept first. That's up or down, so it's going to be up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from that point, I go down 3, because the top number tells me if I go up or down, and then I always go to the right. Don't ever go to the left. I don't. Okay, so 6, so we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3, right 1. Then I'll do it again from this point, down 1, 2, 3, right 1. As you can see, I have my line. Okay, now look at these problems here. Now you'll see the main difference between those two on your packet and the one I just did is here the y is all by itself, so I'm able to use the slope and the y-intercept to graph it. Here's my equals. The y is not by itself. Okay, there's other crap with it. You got the 5, the x, the net minus 4, which we will be making plus negative 4. Okay, so the way to graph it like this, when the y is not by itself, is to do what you did yesterday, find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So 0 and 0, just like that. And then the equation's 5x plus negative 4y equals negative 20. So I write that down twice, just like yesterday. And then again. Okay, so if the x is 0, we can remove 5x from the equation. You can dot your negative 4y, and all you have to do is then divide by negative 4. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 is 5, positive 5. Okay, now here, if the y is 0, you can take the negative 4y out of the equation. You can dot it and circle it, and then divide by 5. And negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. Okay, so remember the x is this way. 0 means stay. Negative 4 means you're going to go to the left. And under the y is up or down. 5 is positive, so we go up, and then 0 means stay. Okay, so I stay and go up 5. So stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other point, negative 4, 0, I go left 4 and stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and stay there. Okay. Now, 6x minus 4y equals negative 12. Again, y is with other stuff. So if I have other stuff with the y, we're going to set up our x and y-intercept table and simplify the equation. So that minus 4 means plus negative. So it's 6x plus negative 4y equals negative 12. And again. So if x is 0, you get rid of 6x, dot it and circle it, and then divide by negative 4 by negative 4. So negative 12 divided by negative 4 is 3, so y is 3. Now if the y is 0, we can take out negative 4y, and I dot the x, circle it, and then divide. So negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. Okay, so again, under the x column, we're going to stay, and that's negative, so then we go to the left. Under the y column, the 3 is positive, so we go up and stay. Okay, so 0 and 3 form a pair. So we stay and go up 1, 2, 3. Negative 2, 0. We go left 2 and stay. Okay, 3x minus y equals negative 6. So put a 1 in front of the y and make it plus negative, because you need numbers in front of your letters to do this, because a y is not by itself. So x, y, so 0, 0. So write that down twice. 3x plus negative 1y equals negative 6. Then 3x plus negative 1y equals negative 6. And if x is 0, we can remove x from the equation. Dot it. Divide by negative, circle it, sorry. Divide by negative 1. Negative 6 divided by negative 1 is 6. Okay, now if y is 0, you can remove y from the equation. Dot your 3x and circle it. And then we divide both sides by 3. So negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. So 0, so again, stay, go left. 6 means up, 0 means stay. I graph these together, so stay at 0 and go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I go left 2 and stay. So left 2 and stay. Again, you're going to have one point that's on the x line. This is the x, and one point that's on the y. That's the y, and then you just make the line that goes through those points. 5x plus 6y equals negative 30. 0 and 0. So 5x plus 6y equals negative 30. I'll do it like I have been, sorry. 5x plus 6y equals negative 30. And again, 5x plus 6y equals negative 30. So if the x is 0, we can remove 5x from the equation. Dot your 6y and circle it, and then divide by 6. By 6. Negative 30 divided by 6 is negative 5. Okay, if your y is 0, you can scribble out 6y, dot your 5x and circle it, and then divide by 5. Negative 30 divided by 5 is negative 6. So negative 6. Okay, so 0 means stay, and 6 being a negative means we'll move to the left when I get to that. The 5 being a negative means that we'll go down and stay. Remember, y is up or down, x is left or right. So I'm going to stay and go down 5. And then negative 6, 0, I go left 6 and stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and stay. Okay, next one. 4x minus 2y equals negative 8. Again, the y is not by itself, so that's why we have to learn this technique, because it's not always going to be set up like the other day where the y was by itself and you can just do your slope and y-intercept, because right now we don't have a slope. 4x plus negative 2y equals negative 8. So make that a plus and then put a negative, so it's negative 2. So write that down twice. So 4x plus negative 2y equals negative 8. 4x plus negative 2y equals negative 8. Okay, so if x is 0, you can eliminate 4x from the equation. Then dot your at and circle it. And then divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is 4. And then if y is 0, we get rid of negative 2y, so we dot the 4x and circle it. And then I divide by 4. So negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Okay. So I stay and go to the left because it's negative, and 4 is positive, so I go up and stay. Okay, so 0, 4, I stay and go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I go left 2 and then just stay. Okay, 6x minus 8y equals negative 24, so that's going to be a plus negative 8y equals negative 24. So 0, 0, and then just write down the equation twice, just like yesterday. 6x plus negative 8y. The only difference from today and yesterday is you got to take this and graph the points. Equals negative 24. Okay, so if x is 0, we can write it again. So if x is 0, we can get rid of 6x. I dot the negative 8y, and then divide by negative 8. Negative 24 divided by negative 8 equals 3. So y is 3. Now if I have a y coordinate, a coordinate with the y at 0, to find the x coordinate that goes with it, I just put 0 in for y, which means I remove y from the equation. I dot that and circle it, and then I divide by 6, divide by 6. So negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. So I stay, and then negative 4 means I go to the left. And then 3 I go up, and then 0 means stay. So I stay and go up 3, stay, 1, 2, 3. And then I go 4 to the left and stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and stay. So what I'm really finding is where the line would cross the x-axis and where it would cross the y-axis. Okay, 3x minus 9y, so make that plus negative 9 equals negative 18. And then write that down twice. So 3x plus negative 9y equals negative 18. 3x plus negative 9y equals negative 18. Okay, so if x is 0, we remove that from the equation. We dot the negative 9y. And then I divide both sides by the negative 9. So negative 18 divided by negative 9 equals 2. So 2. Okay, so if y is 0, you eliminate negative 9y. Dot your 3x. And then I divide by 3. Divide by 3. So negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. Okay, so 0 means stay. And again, we get a negative 6. If that's negative, you move left. Positive is right. So that's negative, so that's going to be left. Then y is up or down. 2 is positive, so that is up. And 0 is stay. Okay, so 0, 2, I stay. Go up 1, 2. Negative 6, 0, I go left 6, and then I stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stay. Okay, x minus y equals negative 3. Well, first off, these variables, the letters need numbers in front. So 1 and 1, make that plus negative, and go from there. So 1x plus negative 1y equals negative 3. And the same thing, 1x plus negative 1y equals negative 3. So if x is 0, we know we can get rid of 1x. Dot your y, circle it, divide by negative 1. So negative 3 divided by negative 1 equals 3. So y is 3. If y is 0, we can eliminate the negative 1y. Dot your x, and then you can divide by 1. Negative 3 divided by 1 is negative 3. Okay, so under my x, I'm going to stay, and I get negative 3, so I'm going to move left. And then 3, that's positive, so we're going up, and 0 means stay. Okay, so 0, 3, I stay and go up 1, 2, 3. Negative 3, 0, I move left 3 and stay. Okay, now pause the video and go work on the assignment, and we're going to come back. Pause it, work on the assignment. Okay, and then at 16:45 we are back. These are easy, you don't need a calculator. You're not going to do any math hardly at all. Graph the equation, x equals negative 3. Okay. There's no y at all in this problem, so I'm going to make a note to myself that I don't have y. If you don't have y, then that can be whatever you want it to be, okay, under here. So if there's no y, if there's none of that letter, you go 1, 2, 3. Now what about the x? Well, the x is always going to be negative 3 in the whole table. So that's negative 3, that's negative 3, that's negative 3. Okay. Now, to graph it, the x is left, right. These are all negatives, so they're all left. The y is up or down. Well, that's positive, so up. It's positive, so up. It's positive, so up. Okay, so negative 3, 1. I go left 3, up 1. Negative 3, 2. I go left 3 and up 2. Negative 3, 3. I go left 3 and up 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it's a straight line, just like that. Okay, this one, y equals 5. This time there is no x. So if there's no x and under x, I put 1, 2, 3. And then the y equals 5 means we're at 5 no matter what. Okay, so 3 5s. Okay, x is left, right. Those are all positives, so that's right. That's right. That's right. And those are all positives, so that's up, that's up, that's up. So 1, 5. I go right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 5. I go right 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 5. I go right 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there I have my line. Okay, the next one. X equals 6. Well, which letter's not there? There's no y. Okay. So if there's no y, I'm going to have my y just be 1, 2, and 3 because it's easy. X equals 6 means I'll have 6, 6, and 6. So 6, 1. These are all positive, so I go right on all of them. and then those are all positive, so that's up. So 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 1. 6, 2, go right 6 here, up 2. Then 6, 3, go up 6, right 3. Okay, and our line is straight vertical. Okay, y equals -6. This time there's no x. So the x is where we put the 1, 2, 3. And then the y is just going to be constantly at -6. Okay, so left or right, that's positive, so right. That's positive, so right. That's positive, so right. Okay, up or down, that's negative, so down, negative, down, negative, down. Okay, so 1, -6. I go right 1 and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, -6. I go right 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3, it's -6. So I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, x equals -8. And there's no y in here. So if there's no y, if that letter's not in the equation, the y is where we put 1, 2, 3. And then -8, -8, -8. Okay, so I'm going to go left. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go up, I'm going to go up, I'm going to go up. So left 8, up 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1. And then I go left 8, up 2. And then I go left 8 and up 3. The line is straight vertical. Pretty easy process. Okay, y equals 14. Which letter is not here? I do not have x. So x will be 1, 2, 3, and y will just be 14 throughout. So that's positive, so right, that's right, and that's right. That's up, up, and up. So 114, so I go right 1. Now I can't hit 14, so I count by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 214, I go right 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 14. 314, I go 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Line is straight horizontal. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. Hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you next time.